Hello, my gorgeous ladies. So, this girl turned 29 yesterday. Basically, this is a day late. But at the end of this video, I want you to go out with a baggage of nice lessons, precious lessons that I have learned throughout my journey, my 20 years journey, baby. And they're going to hit deep. And basically, these are the lessons that I hold so dearly and so closely to my heart because listen, I'm going to share with you something. When you are a good person, not a nice person and a good person. A nice person is someone who would invite people to walk all over them. Because being called nice, it means that, oh, I'll give you the chair even though I'm tired because I'm nice. When somebody asks you to carry on a luggage and you're already like your back hurts because you've been at the gym and you're like, because I'm nice, I'm gonna hold that luggage for them, even though creating healthy boundaries and my body is telling me no, but I say okay and I say yes because I'm a nice girl. Just like because just like nice guys would finish last because they never know how to actually stand up for themselves. They think that because they mistaken not being nice to a gentleman and they think that they would like to the point where they start simping because they don't even see their worth because deep down they have like insecurities and they got rejected when they were kids. And the thing is, people have traumas and they're gonna not going to shy away from trauma dumping on you. That's what I wanted to say. So we don't want to be nice over here. We want to be a good person. But even being a good person, which means that you don't hold grudges, that deep down you have good intentions towards everybody, you don't have a problem with the world. Instead, you wish no harm to no one. So like do no harm, take no shit kind of mentality. You would need to take very extra careful attention to the people that you surround yourself with and to the type of people that you let in your personal space because energy is real, energy is contagious, and you don't want to be in a position where they're going to take advantage of that goodness or where your goodness is not being appreciated. All right. So that's why I want to say we're going to make sure that we create healthy boundaries. You're going to learn how to do that, as well as you're going to learn how to say no with no guilt, really, really love yourself, really embrace yourself, really accept yourself because you are authentic and gorgeous lady and you're not going to allow anyone to steal away your shine. So without further ado, let's jump into it. I actually wrote these on my posts. I always do like a photo session on my birthdays and like I always say, if you're new here, then I am an astrology believer as well. I'm a Sun Aries, Moon in Libra, Gemini rising. I love when my environment is aesthetically pleasing. I love when I'm looking good, feeling fresh. And it's one of the important pillars in life: happiness, health, and wealth. And whatever makes you happy, do it. So, lesson number one, without further ado, people will always see you through their own lens. Sometimes what they despise in you is just a reflection of what they lack in themselves. Ooh. So that means if someone hates something in you, let's say that you are too gorgeous, you're too beautiful, your hair is too shiny, you're too confident, right? You speak out your mind, you move fast in life. Those are all great qualities and they don't know how to bet on themselves. Whenever you take actions and whenever you feel like you're doing something for your life, you're fighting, even you fire, they're going to envy fire that lights up your butt and tell you go after your dreams, go do it, you can do it. That mindset is precious, and that mindset a lot of people actually pay mentors to get because energy is contagious again, right? So what you're blessed with and what God have put in you, it's your job to select the type of people that will bring the best in you. How many of us we feel like we're around people that you have to dim your light or to have to feel like bad when you speak about your dreams because you feel like they'll never happen? That is an indication that their energy is not, it's not, let's say it's not only it's not positive, so not only they're operating from their shadow work and they're operating from their traumas and they're operating from a place that it is still dirty because we cleanse our bodies and we cleanse our energies, but not a lot of people really think about it as it's something sacred and respected. So they don't even respect their goals, they don't even respect their dreams, they don't even respect their bodies. You judge a person through their habits. So if you see someone is not even paying attention to their own looks, to their own brains, they're investing themselves, then don't expect them to really have any good intentions towards you. Sometimes it's deceitful. You would tell me about Safa, basically, I have like people in my life and they are taking care of themselves. Don't never judge a book by its cover. You don't know what they've been through in their childhood. You don't know the things that they're thinking about. That's why the best qualifier is their actions and the way they treat you and their values. The best determinative is actually a person's value. Are they punctual? Do they respect your time? Are they loyal? Are they person that can be trustworthy? Do they keep their words? Those are the type of things that you can at least focus on to make sure that they're not stealing your light. But basically, what I'm trying to say here, if you've been conditioned from your family the way that they make, like, how can I say this? Now, imagine this. Imagine that, for example, you love singing and you love being like the bubbly person, you're the life of the party. And whenever you go out, you always feel like someone is just like, why are you singing? Or make you feel uncomfortable, make you feel stupid for the things that you have fun, like you have fun through or have a good time with. And they always make you feel like you cannot make your own judgment, or they gaslight you. They don't make you trust your intuition because your body knows when something is shady, when something is wrong. Your body knows, and it's like a fight or flight in a way that your body is trying to protect you, to warn you that something is like an intruder, or basically your brain is trying to keep you safe as well. So it's a mixture of both signals from your brain and signals from your intuition. And your intuition or your gut feeling is your second brain. So they're both linked up. If you're a person that respect yourself, respect your body, you're operating, you're healthy, and you're trying to improve yourself, then you should trust your body because you know that's not your trauma talking, right? Anyway, so if you always find that these people are not respecting the things that you said you care about most, and they brush it off, or they call you names like don't be crazy or don't take it seriously, I'm just joking, then you know that you're provoking their demons, and basically they're trying to belittle you, make you feel small. It's one of their techniques to put you in a box where they think you're fit, because let's actually define what provokes their demons. It's because they are so comfortable in their own darkness, they don't want and they don't think they're even capable, or sometimes they don't even have it within them to have good intentions or to even go after the things you do, because to them it's like they're wired differently, right? They're on a different frequency. So sometimes the best way is to not try to be a good person, to not try to be the bigger person, because they always say like if you have to always be the bigger person, well, maybe you shouldn't be hanging out with such small people, period. The trouble and the heartbreak. Lesson number 2 is my body is my temple. No luxury matches the sculptured confidence that comes from pushing iron. Skincare over cover-ups, habits, so skincare over cover-ups, nourishing food over shortcuts, sleep is sacred, habits shape destiny. I want to give you 2 examples here. The first example is, imagine that it's 6 a.m., your alarm blares, you choose the gym instead of snoozing. Months later, you're at a reunion. People ask what changed, your posture, glow, confidence. They think it's a new outfit. Nah, it's reps, clean meals, skincare, discipline, and respect for your temple. I want you to understand that people can smell your aura, and especially if you are interested in meeting a partner that you know you're worthy and you know that you're deserving, but you're not doing the things that make you deserve that partner. Let's be real, like attracts. You need to embody the characteristic traits that will attract the partner that you want, right? That's your end goal. That's your, that's your dream even. And there's nothing wrong with dreaming with a person that is smart, that is successful, that is good looking, that is rich. But let's be real. Who do you think that person is going to go after? Is he going to go for someone who matches that vibe? Or is he going to go for someone that is lazy and they're not taking care of themselves and they cannot even like keep a proper hygiene, right? It's most probably he's going to go for someone that matches the vibe, someone who's going to be feeling proud of. So I want you to know that even men, when they say like they don't like that, like they want that the makeup, no makeup look, right? They like natural girls. Men don't know, they're visual, so they care about the end results. I like men because they are like they are opportunists, yes, but they're very smart creatures. They operate from logic. And for them is that I am a high value man, or I'm someone with decency. I want someone that I can feel proud and I can respect, and my people are going to respect their family, because you want to feel like you're the wifey. You don't want to be like tossed over, right? So they will see the end results, the full package. That's why most men, they would say, I don't have a type. And like most women would fight them over that. No, it's because it doesn't matter if you have like short hair, long hair. As long as you're healthy, as long as you give off a vibe that you're attractive, period. Because think about it. Now, why sometimes in movies, and I'm going to talk about confidence because it's so important. Why in movies, sometimes the actors, like you don't see that they're actually attractive in their face, but from the how much marketing and how much they've been presented them as like, oh my God, this is like, they are the most attractive people, and on they're like they're glammed up on the red carpet, and they're nominated to be the most handsome or the most gorgeous woman, and they're so smart and they have these habits. You start thinking like everybody else. Holy shit, yeah. Even in the beginning, you're like, that's over, like they're overhyped or they're overrated. But then with time, you'd be like, you know what? That's correct. I'm starting to see them as attractive. That's because you would believe more on how the person present themselves, because confidence can brainwash you to think that a 5 is a 10 just because from how much they're carrying themselves with good positivity, good mindset, especially with good habits, and presenting themselves and knowing how to communicate. And you would start thinking that that person is actually attractive. And I'm going to give you an example here. Let's take a man who, we have two men on the bar, and we have a man who has like a dad body, like a dad body, which means like he has a little bit of a tummy, but he's chilled back, laid back. He has good posture, he has good hygiene. But then we have like this arrogant man. He looks tall, he's handsome, like he has all of the features that is like model like, but he's given off like a vibe of an arrogant man, and he has a lot of women, and he's given off player. And the moment you see this guy, you would feel like something is like scrolling in your skin. You're feeling like, you're not feeling safe around this person. But then this, dad body person, you would feel like he's giving you like security, and you feel like he's humble and he knows how to respect women. Which one would you choose? I think that you would choose most probably the dad body man, if at least you respect yourself or you're operating from a healthy standpoint. Why am I mentioning these examples? Just to show you that as a woman, you would only recognize these qualities and these priorities only when you put that investment into you. And I'm telling you that the brands of makeup, they're trying to steal away your money because they thinking that's like a temporary solution. Makeup is supposed to enhance your natural features and your natural beauty, or the other way around. I'm not gonna tell you that some lip fillers or enhancing your eyebrows with microblading, microneedling, that's good. That's still included in the skincare and the high maintenance in order for you to go low maintenance. So baby girl, you'll never go wrong when you go do your laser. You'll never go wrong when you do like your hair masks and everything. You'll never go wrong in doing the right type of, let's say, operations. So let's say you hit the gym and you have like this huge, amazing boomba, if you know what I'm talking about. Then you would say like, oops, but I feel like I have small boobs. Girls, you're not blessed, okay? Genetically, or like you don't have like big boobs or something. And then you want that hourglass shape. So it's fine if you go and get your boobs down, but make sure they don't look like fake balloons, basically. But what I'm saying is the combination of both and prioritization of the things that matter, they will make you look so good, and that's exactly what will make you attractive or have like juicy aura. Now, lesson number 3 is peace of mind is the new luxury. You can't buy discipline, character, or clarity. They're earned. So I hustle for my dreams, sculpt my mindset, and guard my serenity like it's gold. Peace of mind is so important. Imagine this with me. You decline a big paycheck because the role drains your soul, right? People whisper, you're crazy that you're walking away. But a few weeks later, you're building your dream, sleeping better, smiling more. They're still stuck in chaos. You're over here designing serenity on your own terms. Now, but this is a beautiful example because it's not just about the paycheck. Success, it's not just determined by how much money you make. It's the type of people that you surround yourself with. It's who you are as a person. because that's something that, again, no money can buy. Your character, your discipline, your clarity. People, remember the light that I spoke about the first lesson? That's the light that I'm talking about. People envy what they cannot buy even. So that's why, like, when you go to the gym, that's like something that you earn. That's something they cannot steal away from you. They have to go to the gym and do the same thing. And no amount of operation is going to give the power of strength and clarity that you gain from the gym, going to the gym, for example. You just cannot cheat on that. So here you have to know that success is also determined by your health, your well-being, how you sleep like a baby at night, peace of mind, where you feel like no one can get through you. You don't have triggers. Those are the things that honestly, like, peace of mind is the juiciest lesson that I had to learn, where nobody is worth it if they're costing me my peace of mind. If you're annoying me, if you are bringing nothing but criticism or negativity, even it's not directly like directed to me, even like your presence in general, like if you're not happy with your life, like how many of us we've had a friend or family member of someone we know, even like a colleague from work, and even if they're like basically not hating you or like saying thing about your life or like criticizing you, but for example they would be coming off with like how much they hate their lives, or how much they don't like their partner, or how they're complaining because they had like everything is going horrible and their victim mentality, and you feel like there's a lot of negative vibes. Basically, they're not worth it, because you feel like, remember, energy is contagious, energy never lies. So I want you to ask yourself, is it worth it to keep this person that is fucking up with my peace of mind, where I'm not getting any benefit? Is me like paying the cost by not having anyone around, but if their presence is only bringing negativity and it's distracting, taking away from you rather than giving you, then is it really a loss? I want you to think about it. The more you grow older, the more you know that not everybody is good company. And no company is better than bad company. No company is better than bad company. Now, I want you to also think about this example. A friend texts you, come out tonight, blow off some steam, but you stay home, journal, meditate, plan your week. You know, if you go up and you appreciate those things and you thought you're an extrovert, but then it was like, oh, that shower is looking at me. I want to do like my hair mask, or I want to do my everything shower. It's better off than just to go. If you know, you know. Tell me in the comments if that's something that is becoming like, let's say it's something that really seduces you. Monday hits different. You're sharp, grounded because of the journaling, meditation, and planning your weeks. They're exhausted and prepared. Peace didn't cost a thing, but you earned it through choice and discipline. Remember, you have to say no. Your biggest skill when you're closer to your 30s, or if you learn this in your early 20s, then hooray, honey, you're wise, and I'm cheering for you and I'm proud of you. The like NO, such a short word, such big, meaningful, and impactful decision in your life. Now, lesson number 4, karma is real. I won't do for others what I wouldn't accept for myself. Goodness without boundaries leads to burnout. So I lead with love, balanced, intentional, and awareness. So intentionality and awareness, basically. And I want to give you an example. You offer advice, help, and energy to someone, no strings attached. Later, they ghost you, you move on. Months down the line, a dream opportunity lands in your lap for someone they once wronged. Goodness echoes, so does energy. Karma handled the receipt. I want you to also like think of an example where like kindness, not niceness, not being nice, but kindness costs nothing. Like, let's say you give a smile to someone that you feel like they're having a bad day. That smile can make a huge significant impact in their lives. You would be surprised, because we're living in like the DNA era of technology, and everybody are minding like basically not really minding their businesses. They're really like, their soul is being snatched through the screen, and they're like walking dead. Like, I'm dead as serious. Like, how many of you would see someone and they feel like, "Ugh, they're walking dead," and nobody's smiling genuinely to another person, and especially nobody's cultivating good listening skills anymore, even though those are the things that make you the most charismatic and the most loved and appreciated. So, but if you give a genuine smile, if you give genuine advice when asked, of course, don't go ahead and give advice to people if you're not a mentor or something and just like think that's good. You inspire. Okay, that's a whole another lesson for a whole other day. But you inspire people. You don't want to come and tell them what you want them to do because they would resent you. They would want you to lead by example. They either get inspired or they can move the fuck away from your way, basically. But don't think that those things are not gonna come to you. And unfortunately, it's the same when it comes when you do something bad. If you have bad intentions, if you do something horrible, if you take advantage of someone innocent or lack of information, then like rest assured that that thing's gonna come back to you and it's going to sting you. And if it's not you, it's going to be someone you love and someone you care about. So that's why it's so important to always keep in mind and ask yourself this key question. If it was me, would I accept this? Would I be happy for this? Even like, for example, in a relationship, you're dating someone, you're in a serious relationship with someone, and you're going to do something where you feel it in your gut feeling is like something wrong or you shouldn't be doing without your partner knowing. You have to ask yourself, is this something that if my partner does, I would accept it or I would feel okay with it? If it's a no, then it's obviously you shouldn't be doing it. And if it's a yes, then go ahead and you have the universe permission. It's as simple as that. But let me give you a second example here because this one is juicy and nice. An example. So you set a boundary. I can't keep giving more than I'm getting. They call you selfish, but you stick to it. Pour the energy into your own growth. Soon you attract people who respect your limits instead of draining them. Balance is love with awareness. So basically, this is again why you should and I'm gonna talk about this in the second lesson, which is your vibe attracts your tribe. If you feel like the people in your life, they get upset over healthy boundaries, then you know it's time for them to go. For example, they know that you don't smoke and you don't drink, and it's, for example, it's your birthday and you're supposed to be choosing, but they choose to like drink and smoke because that's their way of having fun, then you need new friends. It doesn't mean you're complicated. It doesn't mean that you're difficult. It simply means that you're out of alignment or you're not a good fit. And the best way to fix the situation is to subtract yourself from the situation, because two things are going to happen. If they're really good friends, they're going to notice that they have upset you and they respect you enough to at least not do that thing in your special day or when you are around whenever you meet, or they're going to prioritize their habits and their comfort, and then you got your answer. So it's a win-win situation in both cases. So your vibe attracts your tribe is lesson number 5. So I show up in a way that makes me fall in love with my own reflection, authenticity, magnetism, and intentionality. If you really want, like, for example, if you're in a place in your life where you're working hard on yourself, you're making your money, and you're trying to level up, you're creating better, healthier habits for yourself, but you're still feeling like you're attracting old people, like old connections, people that are still toxic, they're not really the type of people, that means most probably that you still have subconscious conditioning that's the normal for you. For example, if you grew up in a family where they think money, like money, it's attracted to bad people, like so bad evil people make more money and money is dirty and it's only for the like the mafias. And even if you work smart, because like working hard is not even equals the value to what you're gonna earn. But even if you work smart or you're learning how to make more, you'd always feel like you're not earning as much just because of that, from that conditioning. Don't actually belittle the impact of your environment and the people you surround yourself with, especially from childhood. That's why most people whom are hurt, whom are traumatized, whom are struggling, they haven't really worked on their shadow work, aka the work behind the closed doors, the subconscious, the rooted causes of everything on how you operate, the things that you don't let anyone in, and sometimes you don't even let yourself in, because we are so conditioned to distractions that you cannot even sit with yourself and reflect on the things that are working and not working for you. So there's just like, oh, my parents expect me to be a doctor, so I'm working hard and I'm earning this, but even though I'm supposed to be learning more, and basically it's the conditioning. So the best way to treat this is to basically like see what your limiting beliefs are and try to eliminate them one by one. A limiting belief could be, I don't deserve money, I don't think I'm worthy of recognition, I don't think I can, like, I don't know how I can handle myself around 20K a month. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. It's real limiting beliefs, and you'd be surprised how many people stop themselves from this poor conditioning. Yeah. So also the best and the fastest route, again, if you're attracting people that are not on the same level of what you want, or they don't inspire you, is most probably you're not being authentic, because you attract people that are great when you're being authentic, which means that you recognize you have flaws that you need to keep working on, but that's what you want to do, and you feel like it's just like a joy, and like the good vibes you want to share with the world. Then you should show up authentically, and you should do what you want, as long as you're not hurting or harming anyone. And you would start noticing that the fake people, or the people that are not, they're in misalignment or misfit with you, they're gonna start revealing themselves, or God is gonna start removing them from your way, so you can go ahead and connect with other souls that resonate with you. We're all frequencies, and we're going to attract the frequencies that are on the same line as we are. So I'm gonna give you the last example. You walk into a room unapologetically dressed how you feel, not to fit in, but to stand out. Someone smiled and says, I love your energy. That spark, it's your reflection mirrored in the right people. Your vibe, a honing beacon for your soul circle. So, lesson number 6. Life is fast. Fear is a liar. I'd rather collect bold regrets than untouched dreams. Experience over hesitation. We're all going to die, so might as well. I think there are two things that, how do I say that? You have two things that control people: fear and hope. And the worst enemy for our worst enemy is our own limitations and our own fears. What people are gonna think of me? What if I fail? What if I do this and I suck? What if people are gonna judge me? Who cares? You know, failure is your best and biggest teacher. Then there's hope, where in a way that you are, I will basically do things in the hope, even if there's like 1% chance of success, I would still do it, because in life, all we have is hope, really. We hope to get better. We hope to find love. We hope to attract the things that lit up our souls. What we can do is to show up. You cannot really also, let's say, control fate. You can control your actions. You can control what you can do today, and that will shape your future, because your habits will shape your future. But there are things that we cannot control as well that happen to us. You know, today you have an amazing big event, and somehow someone precious to your heart dies. You're gonna choose to say that this is out of my control. I am allowed to grieve, but I'm allowed to, you know, bounce back and fight for my dreams. And I know life doesn't stop. And you understand you need to have like a strong mindset, because you need to also be real with yourself. We're living in a world where it's meant to be lived. And you're the only person who's gonna stick with you until the end. You are born with yourself, and you're gonna die by yourself. It's the truth. You won't even see who comes at your funeral. So who cares? You're gonna live your life. You're either gonna have lessons and memories, or you're gonna take your dreams to the grave. Basically, it's either or. So I want you to imagine this with me. You were terrified to start that business. What if I fail? Echoed in your head, but you launched anyway. 1 year later, you're not rich, but you're fulfilled, free, and fearless. Meanwhile, fear is still whispering to the ones who never moved. It doesn't mean when we take risks and when we do something, it doesn't mean that we're going to succeed 100%, but the lessons that you carry through on the journey are so much worth it. Learning how to be bold, or learning how to not care, they all come from experience. They don't actually come in a way where you're sitting and thinking about it. Nobody learned the skill thinking about it. Oh, I'm gonna think about how I am on YouTube and everybody likes me and they're following me. You're gonna trip, you're gonna look stupid. Your ideas are not gonna match perfectly with your words, and you're gonna carry on and do it anyway. And practice makes perfect. You're going to sculpt your mindset through the practices. Okay? And your skill set, basically, they're gonna be sculpted through practices. One more thing, you would book a solo trip, and first time out of the country, people say, aren't you scared? Sure, you can come back with stories, lessons, and new layers to yourself. Fear feeds comfort. You choose courage and come back richer in every way. How many of you have stopped yourself because you're just simply freezing? Because your brain is conditioned to keep you safe. No shades to the brain, but it doesn't know as much as the gut feeling. If your gut feeling is telling you go, travel to that place, figure out, especially if you have time, especially if you're in your 20s, girl, what are you stuck about? At least you're not in your 40s or 50s and you have kids and you have responsibilities. Then you would be feeling a lot of guilt. Now that you don't have things stopping you, then stop making excuses. Really. Go for it and bet on yourself. You're either gonna learn, even if you fail, you're gonna learn something valuable, or it's gonna be turning out amazing. And what if it turns out more amazing than you thought? Think about it. Lesson number 7. I am my own standard. My expectations for others are low, for myself, sky high. I choose progress over perfection, consistency over chaos, authenticity over approval. And I want to give you an example here. Someone cancels on you last minute. You don't chase, beg, or shrink. Instead, you go alone. You enjoy the evening. You don't lower your standards for company, solitude to match your self-worth. This is so beautiful. Imagine you've put in an hour into a makeup that makes you feel so confident, so glam, and you're just simply it. You're the shit. You're that girl. When you look in yourself in the mirror, that inner child of you, that inner girl is so happy and so proud. Are you gonna let one person make you feel bad and it's gonna make you stop having the best time of your life? The time. If you ask me what is the most precious thing, and I think this is why they make Rolexes or whatever, watches, Patek Philippe or whatever, that are so expensive, because they need to remind you how expensive your time is. The best and the most expensive, precious thing you give to people is not money, it's not gifts, it's your time. Because once you give it, you can never get it back, right? So choose how to spend your time, and choosing your time in emotions like anger, frustration, sadness. I'm gonna worry about what that said, what that person said. I'm gonna worry about what that person is doing. Fuck that. We don't do that, baby girl, over here. We're gonna look healthy, gorgeous, juicy, and we're gonna attract the people who appreciate that. And if they don't, then goodbye. Don't sit around asking yourself like, oh, why is this happening to me? I'm always this, I'm always that. You're gonna attract more from what you think you are attracting. How many of us know that woman that she has a beautiful life, but she fucks it up from the moment she started listening to people, the moment she started noticing like things she shouldn't be noticing. Let's say that you're going out and you're partying, and let's say that your partner is attractive and someone is looking at your partner. You judge your partner. If your partner is entertaining that person, then you are with the wrong partner. You should be doing more inner answers about the partner you chose. Otherwise, why the hell would you just be looking at someone who's looking at your attractive partner? People will be people. And a lot of people who operate from values like yours, and also do not treat people with your goodness and your good intentions. You treat them based on their actions. So don't say like, oh, this person disrespected my partner. They didn't say like, they didn't basically shake their hands properly and look them in the eyes, right? Basic etiquettes, basic, like, let's say, human behavior of an adult who respects a person is to shake them firmly, look them in the eyes, maintain eye contact. You wouldn't be saying, oh, they must be having a bad day, and you start looking for excuses. No, that's a disrespectful action. You should either say it like it is so they can learn, or you would basically redirect them to another table. That's what you do. We're not assuming, we're not teaching, we're not mothering, we're definitely not playing the bigger people. We're not doing all of these forms. So why am I talking about this? Again, yeah, because your standards are high, because it's either like appreciate me, respect me, or buy. It's that simple. My way or the highway, especially if your ways are healthy. If you're a person that is always reflecting, that is having self-awareness, that is, like, for example, if you're a woman, and this thing like happened to me many times, girl, I'm gonna tell you about some real shit over here. So basically, I have like friends, previous friends that I called friends, that they tried to kiss my partner on the cheeks or to give them hugs, and I don't do that. Like, for me, if you have a partner, and I would kiss my friend like that, but I would just give my hand. Like, I would just like, hello, sir. How are you doing, sir? I wouldn't just like be trying to kiss them and hug them, do whatever. Why the fuck would I do that? Why? We're not friends. I don't want to be friends with even like your friend guy. You see, but there's a lot of snakes energy. So being part of the high value woman It's not just like reading books and dressing up nice. There are some people who dress up respectfully, but they have the biggest snake energy. You'd be surprised. I judge people by their actions, and that's it. I don't give a fuck if you're covered with tattoos from your head to your toe. Okay, that's not aesthetically pleasing to me. But if you're respectful, if you know how to handle yourself, if you earn my trust and respect, then you're worthy to be in the vibe or the tribe. You get the point. So I would talk about lesson number 8. Abundance isn't just a mindset, it's magnetic. I'm grateful for what I have while building what I want. Gratitude opens doors ambition alone can't. This is so important to be like thinking from a place where I know it's gonna come off as literally simple or stupidly simple, but I promise you it works because this is how the universe operates. Okay, I'm just gonna hand it to you like that, and you're just gonna understand it. Let's say you're tight on money. You have enough money to buy something new for yourself, to treat yourself, to eat clean, to eat well, and have a gym membership. You should be grateful. Some other people really don't have that. Imagine if you are reincarnated to be in a place where it's Afghanistan or India, God forbid. That's why sometimes I'll be whining and I'll be like, I am having a hair bad day. I am tired. I'm exhausted. And then I remember, girl, what if you are going to open your eyes tomorrow and you're going to be reincarnated? Let's say that I pass away, whatever. I don't want to say that. You get the point. So I'll be reincarnated and I open my eyes and I'm in India. No shade to my Indians followers. But your country is not the most hygienic. I'll tell you that. But you'd basically wake up and you'd find yourself with a family of 10 and you would just like get 2 parents that have no education. Then what? You don't even have education and God knows what's going to happen to you. Some get raped, some are bombarded in wars, and God knows what's going on. You are you. Be grateful. Never take anything for granted and never really think that you cannot make or shape your reality. It's so important not to really think that you're always, it's like, don't give in to the whole trend of, oh, I'm in depression, mental weaknesses, mental illnesses, stuff like that. They're pushing things to them just simply, because you have a weak mentality. And a weak mentality is going to create weak men that right now we need strong men more than ever, and we also need strong women. Okay, not people who are gonna fight like not two sexes fighting like monkeys. We want real women and we want real men, where a man is there to provide and protect and a woman is there to emotionally nurture and heal and take care of your family. If you want to pursue your dreams, then he should encourage you, but it's not on the extent of your family, because what matters the most is a healthy family. Simple as that. You can be replaced today with your work, but your family, you cannot be replaced. They will still long for you and they would hold your pictures so dearly. So be grateful. Aim to get the best version of you. You don't need a perfect body. Don't let them brainwash you. Because right now, with our again DNA age, with Instagram and the overly edited pictures, everyone was so conditioned to feel insecure, and they're not enough. And I'm here to tell you that you're precious, and each one of us have their own quirks and personality that we need you to come out. Okay, those quirks that you're judging yourself for, they are the best. Like, they're inspirational and they're like the best thing ever for another person. Like, you make their day for you to be yourself, basically. But think about this, like, you tip the barista extra even when you're budgeting. Later that week, a freelance gig pops up unexpectedly. It's not magic, it's your energy. Gratitude made room for more. Scarcity that closes doors, abundance kicks them wide open. Here's the thing, when you're so scared and you're like, oh, I cannot give this penny more, and I don't want to give this old woman that is so nice to me even like a tip, or you're operating from scarcity and the universe listens to that, and you would find yourself saving, and you'll always have unexpected accidents. People are gonna turn mean to you, and you're gonna find your contract is terminated. Everything is linked. And an abundant mindset, it means that I am whole. I don't lack anything. I have everything that I need. I don't have that luxury bag that I want. Get it another bag that you like the color and enjoy it. It's energy you have. And I'll give you example. Okay, I'll give you example. Imagine this. Imagine that they're gonna sell you 2 watches. The first watch is a Patek Philippe. Everybody knows that it's one of the most expensive watches in the world. Would you agree? All right. Now, the second example would be a $10 watch, but it happens to be and you know that he was a respectful man, and because of him, you have what you have now. And it's sentimental. And they're gonna tell you, they're gonna offer you the same price for the both watches. Let's say that it's 10K USD. Which one would you get? Are you gonna get the Patek Philippe because it's an opportunity, but it's only for 10K? Or are you gonna get the watch that you know your grandfather wore, and basically it holds all of the generational like blood and adventure experiences? Most probably you're gonna get the $10 watch because of the sentimental. Would you agree? So we put value to what we touch. That's why one signature from a famous person can be worthy of like millions even, just because of that person's signature. So what makes you think that you're not that precious? Only in your mindset, only in your head. All right. Lesson number 9. No one's coming to save me. It's me versus me every day. I outgrow old versions. I crush procrastination. I become the woman I was meant to be. Bold, smart, consistent, and unstoppable. I learned this the hard way. I was my worst critic, and I have this thing, like even in my birth chart. By the way, if you don't know what your birth chart is, I have a video where you can basically go, and I have explained in details everything that has to do with how you can interpret it, what you can take away from it, and how you can implement it in your life. But in my birth chart, I have this thing where I'm a perfectionist, and I can remember a lot of opportunities I have delayed in my life because of me stopping myself where I'm not ready, I'm not enough. Because here's the thing, in the the fifth dimension world, you are ready. You are it. That's why there's like the quantum leaps or mindset mentors. They would charge a lot because it takes a lot of great energy to like unblock all of those limitations where you can step into that version sooner than later. And the best way to do that is to understand that, again, you are abundant. You have everything within you. And you don't have to, like, say, you don't have to look perfect. Perfection is a disease and it's overrated and doesn't. And you have to fall in love with your imperfections. And throughout the process, you'll learn that you are already becoming better and you're accepted for who you are. And that is actually a gift you are giving to the world. So the next time you find yourself a hair bad day, or oh, I'm not gonna go to that date because I don't have the hourglass body yet and I feel like I'm overweight, or oh, I'm not gonna apply for that job because I feel like I'm not ready, my confidence is not skyrocketing. That's the thing though, we learn through experiences shape our reality, and habits are going to also shape your future. So it's a loop, and if you're not gonna start, then you're gonna delay it further and make things harder, because you are the most good looking you'll ever be today. People are drawn to attractive youthful energy. And if you delay tomorrow, then you're already older and most probably have more limiting beliefs, because stagnation is going to give you more stagnation and outdated ways. But through the activation of the action, you're going to get more confidence, and you're going to start training your brain that, oh, I can finally trust myself. You trust the person because you know they're going to show up. So you're going to have to trust yourself of showing up. I'm sure you heard this in every video talking about confidence, where you would shape it by the way you would show up for yourself, and you keep your own words. So if you're going to say you're going to do something, might as well do it. Even if it's not going to come out as perfect, you're going to get feedback, and that feedback is going to get you to do it better. That makes sense. Now, let me give you an example of this. You're having a rough day. Nothing's going right. You want someone to rescue you, reassure you, but instead you put your phone down, blast your playlist, journal, and show up anyway. That version of you, that's the hero you were waiting for. Nobody's gonna come for you. Nobody. Not your sister, not your mother, not your partner is not gonna be there forever. Your pet is not gonna be there for you forever. So the best person you should protect is you. That's why you need to work on your best optimal state. If you're disrespecting yourself, you're leaving yourself no armors to fight with, or weapons to fight with. You're leaving yourself defensiveless. So you work on the things that make you an optimal state, but at the same time, you'll cultivate the options in which that when you're fighting, you fight alone. Yes, you receive help in certain ways, but at the end of the day, it's you versus the world. So I hope that this video helped you, and I really hope that these lessons you can start implementing in your life and you'd resonate with. Let me know when I hear you manifest yourself in the comments. Tell me, what have you learned? How old are you? Where are you watching me from? And what are the topics that you want me to talk more about in the future? Love you bunches and see you in the next video.